Hey y'all, Garrett coming to you live from the Music Zoo here to talk about the return of the American Vintage Series from Fender, the American Vintage 2. So the original American Vintage Series was Fender's first attempt at making reissues of the vintage guitars they've been making in the 50s and 60s. The series started, I believe, in the early 80s, right, Jordan?
1982.
82. So they had been making them with nitrocellulose finishes and stuff like that, all the correct kind of vintage appointments. They made those guitars up until a couple of years ago when they were replaced with the American Original Series, and now the American Vintage has returned, but this time it's expanded with some more models. So the specs that they all kind of share are the original 7 1/4 radiuses, the vintage tall frets, nitrocellulose gloss finishes throughout, and many of them feature this very appealing looking vintage tint to the neck. So the series, I think, took a lot of cues from what the Fender Custom Shop has been doing with their issue guitars over the last couple of years. So this one now features a mint pickguard. The sunburst finish looks really nice vibrant 3-tone on this one. This one, like the original 61 Strats, has a slab fingerboard, which means that there's a thick piece of rosewood that you can see sort of is flat on the bottom that contacts the truss rod there, so it's a thicker piece as opposed to some of the laminate fingerboards that we'll get into on the later models. This one has the clay dots up the fingerboard, the correct era logo for 1961 as well. So next up we have the 1957 Stratocaster, this one in seafoam green. As you can see, like the original 57 Strat, it has that single ply pickguard, obviously a maple fingerboard on this one with a skunk stripe. This one has a really nice soft V-neck profile, and again the vintage tint on the neck looks really great for this guitar. So next up we jump forward to the 1973 Strat, and this one has this really nice natural finish over the ash body, a white pickguard as the 70s ones didn't fade quite as much, a laminate rosewood fingerboard with pearl dot inlays up the neck, the larger CBS style headstock with the big fatter 70s Fender logo on it as well, dual string trees, the headstock adjustment for the truss rod. It's got the 70s style tuning keys as well. Something that's really cool is that the tint on the back of the neck is slightly lighter than the front of the veneer because I guess it had more layers of nitrocellulose that would fade. That you see a lot on those 70s Strats. So next up we have the 1975 Fender Telecaster Deluxe. So this one is cool because it has the dual humbucking cuneife pickups, which stands for cobalt, nickel, and iron. Right, Jordan?
Oh, yeah.
That's the material that they were using for the magnets at the time.
I just told them that.
As you can see, it has this 3-way switch with the 4 controls like those guitars had, the hardtail bridge, maple neck with black dots up it. It does have a belly cut on it, and this one, like the 73 Stratocaster, has a 3-bolt neck adjust with the micro tilt. This one has the 75 style tuners, which are a little bit different. Again, headstock, truss rod adjustment, and dual string trees. So next up we have the 1972 Telecaster Thin Line. Thin Line being a semi-hollow body. Again, it has dual cuneife pickups like the Deluxe. Different from the Deluxe, it has bent steel saddles as opposed to the milled saddles. Instead of 4 controls, you just have the master volume and tone. You don't have that big 70s style CBS headstock. You get the normal Telecaster headstock, but it does share all the other features of the 70s guitars with the same logo and tuners, 3-bolt neck, all that kind of good stuff. So next up we have the 1954 Precision Bass in this pleasing 2-tone sunburst over the beautiful ash body. This one does have the belly contour on it, as that year did have. The vintage correct bridge and saddles, single pickup, volume and tone, maple neck with a nice fat neck profile like those basses had, and flat wound strings from the factory on it. So these are the models that we had on hand at the time of this filming. The line is significantly bigger than this. So they have 1950s Telecasters, Jaguars and Jazzmasters, precision and jazz basses from the 60s and 70s. So check out themusiczoo.com. Hopefully while you're watching this, we have all those in stock so you can take your pick from the entire line. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this video to see others like it, and follow us on our socials at The Music Zoo.